The Amazon rainforest makes its own rain. Right now, the trees are exhaling water into the sky. A single big tree releases up to 1,000 liters a day. That vapor rises, gathers into clouds, and falls again as rain. Scientists call these clouds flying rivers. One of them carries more water than the Amazon River itself. So the forest isn't just soaked by rain. The forest is the reason the rain exists at all. Cut the trees, and the rain stops coming. Now, take a slow breath in. Feel your lungs fill. That oxygen didn't mostly come from rainforests. Here's the surprise. The Amazon gives back nearly all its oxygen to itself. Its own organisms breathe it right back in. Most of the oxygen you're breathing came from the ocean. But forests still matter deeply. They lock away carbon in their trunks and soil. Every breath connects you to something living. Trees warn each other about danger. When an insect starts chewing a leaf, the tree reacts. It pumps chemicals into the air like a scream. Nearby trees smell it and start defending themselves. They flood their own leaves with bitter compounds. The attacker arrives to find dinner already ruined. Underground, it's even stranger. Tree roots are wired together by fungus. Scientists call it the wood wide web. Through it, trees share sugar, water, and messages. A dying tree can pump its resources to its neighbors. A giant mother tree feeds its own seedlings in shade. So the forest floor beneath you is one connected network. Speaking of the floor, look up first. In a thick rainforest, sunlight barely reaches the ground. Only about 2% makes it all the way down. The treetops soak up the rest in a green ceiling. That's why the forest floor is oddly open and dark. Most of the life happens high above your head. The canopy holds half of all species on land. Whole animals live their entire lives up there. Some frogs are born and die without touching soil. Now, think about the oldest living things you know. A forest can be older than any single tree. In Utah, there's a forest called Pando. It looks like 40,000 separate aspen trees, but it's actually one organism sharing one root system. It's a single living thing weighing 6 million kilograms, and it may be thousands of years old. You could walk across it and never know. One creature spread out beneath your feet. Here's something you can feel on your skin. Step into a dense forest, and the temperature drops. It can be several degrees cooler than open ground. The trees shade the soil and release cooling moisture. Cities are planting trees just for this reason. A street lined with trees feels noticeably cooler. Your body registers it instantly before you understand why. That's the forest air conditioning you're standing in. And the air itself is doing something to your brain. Walk among trees and your stress hormones drop. Your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure eases. In Japan, they call it forest bathing. Part of it comes from chemicals the trees release. These compounds float through the air you inhale. Your immune system responds by making more defensive cells. So a simple walk in the woods changes your blood. Your body evolved to feel calm, surrounded by green. Now here's a forest hiding in plain sight. The largest forest on Earth isn't the Amazon. It's the boreal forest ringing the top of the planet. It wraps across Russia, Canada, and Scandinavia. It holds more trees than any other forest, and it stores more carbon than all tropical forests combined. Most of it sits frozen and silent for months. Under the northern lights, it stretches for thousands of miles. Few people ever walk through it. Some trees have learned to survive fire, not fear it. Certain pine cones stay sealed shut with resin. They wait, sometimes for years, gripping their seeds tight. Only intense heat melts the resin open. So fire sweeps through and the cones burst. Seeds drop on a freshly cleared, ash-rich ground. The parent tree burns, but its children take root. For these forests, fire isn't the end. It's how the next generation begins. And here's how ancient that cycle really is. Forests existed before flowers, before dinosaurs walked. The first forest grew around 380 million years ago. Those early trees pulled carbon from the air. They buried it so deeply it became coal. The coal we burn today was a forest once. Every lump was sunlight caught by leaves long ago. When you feel warmth from that energy, remember, you're feeling ancient sunlight released after millions of years. One last thing about the ground you walk on. A handful of forest soil holds billions of organisms, more living things than there are people on Earth. Fungi threads in 1 gram can stretch for kilometers. They break down fallen leaves and feed the trees. Without them, the forest would drown in its own debris. That quiet floor is the busiest place around. Life recycling itself endlessly right beneath your shoes. So next time you stand among trees, breathe slowly. You're inside a living, talking, cooling, ancient machine. And it's been running far longer than we have. If this made you see forests differently, subscribe to BetterNight for more.